Remember being a kid? For me, needles and injections were the stuff of nightmares. Seriously, during blood collection, the nurses probably heard my screams before they even got a single drop. The fear wasn't just about the pain, it was what came after. That little bruise, that tiny cut, where a weird brown scum would form, and weirdly enough, even though it hurt, there was a strange satisfaction in removing it. Call it childhood OCD, maybe. Now, in the world of medicine, that seemingly innocuous brown scum actually brings to mind a fascinating yet potentially lethal phenomenon: thrombosis. This isn't just for medical students, folks. This is crucial information for all of us. Why? Because a huge factor contributing to this condition is our everyday lifestyle and habits. Before we dive deep, let's get a clear overview of what thrombosis is and how it impacts us. Thrombosis, in simple terms, is one of the most serious and common forms of cardiovascular disease. It's essentially the abnormal clotting of blood within our blood vessels. The causes can be neatly explained by the Virchow triad. But for today, let's zoom in on the clinical features of thrombosis. What happens when these clots become a problem? Thrombosis becomes clinically significant when these clots actually obstruct our arteries or veins. Let's talk about venous thrombosis, often called phlebothrombosis. This usually happens in the lower extremities, specifically in the superficial and deep veins of the leg. When the milky action that helps blood return to the heart is impaired and venous return is poor, clots can form. In superficial vein thrombosis usually doesn't spread much, but deep vein thrombosis DVT is a big concern. These clots are at high risk of breaking off or embolizing and traveling to the lungs, causing a pulmonary infarction. That, my friends, is very serious and can even be fatal. Common predisposing factors for DVT include prolonged bed rest, immobilization, and a history of congestive heart failure. Now, let's move to arterial and cardiac thrombosis. A major culprit here is atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries. This process directly leads to a loss of endothelial integrity and abnormal blood flow, setting the stage for clots. A significant concern with arterial and cardiac thrombosis is also embolization. These clots can break off and travel to vital organs like the brain, kidneys, and spleen, making them key targets for damage. So, that's a brief look into the world of thrombosis, from childhood fears to serious medical realities. It's a complex topic, but understanding the basics is a crucial step towards health awareness. If you have any doubts or questions, drop them in the comments below. And until next time, bye.